Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Sports and Ish with Misty V and Rachael Leigh. We've got so much stuff going on in the sports world. We're getting back from Thanksgiving, and I don't know about you, Misty, but I ate way too much.
We had an Italian feast. I'd like to call it the tour of Italy at my house. So yeah, I'm there. Ate way too much, way too much.
I love that. I definitely missed out. I will say that.
Dude, I made such amazing lasagna. I've been doing lasagna for years, and I literally said this was probably the most amazing lasagna I've ever made in my entire life. And I'm 45. So I thought to myself, I need to market this. This is like a gourmet lasagna, and I could probably make a lot of money on lasagna.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Lasagna.
First, I need to try it. So let's make that happen.
Yeah. I'm going to give you the tour of Italy night. You're just going to get all the goods, the gnocchi, the everything, and then you're going to get everything that I can serve on a regular basis. It's going to be amazing.
I'll bring the wine, and you got the food. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. All right. So we were just talking about the World Cup.
Yeah.
Rachel, the soccer's your baby.
No, it's so fun. It's so awesome to watch. I can't wait for it to come to the United States. Like, I am so ready for that.
No.
But no, it's super exciting to watch. I don't know if you have a team or players that you watch out for, but obviously the USA. We're
obviously
we're in it, so always rooting for them. Got some big games coming up, and some controversy that has happened with some of the games, but the big thing that I am really excited to watch, I mean, Ronaldo, Messi, those are like the two big namers that everybody is so pumped about. But not having a team, he was with Manchester United. And so now that he's not with a club anymore, he's just with Portugal. So this is a big deal for him, just to kind of prove himself as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he is putting up points like no other still. I think he's 37. He's still got it. So,
of course.
So yeah, this is a big deal for him. So we'll see. I'm sure there are teams that are looking to pick him up, and that's in the works, but how he performs for World Cup is going to be a big deal. So I know obviously he wants to win it. So it's fine.
It's Ronaldo. And the funny thing is it's not funny, but it is, because, I worked in professional soccer for years. And there's still a lot of names I have issues with pronouncing, but the guy on France's team, number 10, starts with the letter M. That kid won MVP in 2018. He's kind of the most valuable player now. Whoever that kid is, I've been watching him because some of my football guys have been wanting to watch that in the office. They're like, put the World Cup on. I'm cheering for France. I'm like, yeah. France. No, they've got this guy. This guy's kind of like a big deal. So I've been watching that kid, and apparently he's a big deal, number 10 on France's team. And I'm like, okay, I might get into the World Cup. I might flow into Rachel's world for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
For a minute. I might flow into that a little bit.
It's fun. It's good. It's good to see just how popular I feel like it's gotten in the US. I don't know if you feel that way too, but
no, it has.
It's really exciting. So
I said this too. I think that soccer is easy for families, right? Because when you take small children to a regular football game, they're not going to sit through 4 quarters, right? And taking small children to a baseball game, most adults can't even sit through 9 innings, let alone children. But I feel like soccer is just a family fun sport because kids can sit through 90 minutes, right? They get their popcorn or their candy or whatever, right? And they can definitely sit through 90 minutes. I feel like soccer is such a great family sport because everybody has fun at soccer games. You can't not have fun at a soccer match, right?
It's shorter amount of time that you have to, watch, but it's also not stop go. Like it's continue.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess when, the one thing that I guess don't like about soccer is just the flops. The flops.
Wait, are you talking about like the fake injuries where like, oh, he breathed near my ear. I gotta go down. I'm gonna fall down. No, we've all seen it. Come on. But they're trying to get somebody a yellow or a red card. So of course they're gonna go down like that, right?
Oh, that's the only thing. I mean, I'm playing soccer. I feel like guys are a little bit more dramatic with that stuff. But I mean, hey, if I was them, I would do the same thing to get that penalty kick or free kick, whatever it is.
Free kick and get somebody yellow carded, like just do it, right? Get that guy as many cards as you can. Yeah.
There's a lot of good teams out there. So my Italy team is not.
Oh no. Oh no. Not Italy. Take my eyes, take my new iPhone, but don't take Italy down, please. No.
So
super fun. All right. So, and also today I was sharing with you an interview that Kelsey Plum, who is in the women's NBA, the WNBA, she'd given an interview. Again, she plays for the Aces there in Las Vegas. And she was talking about, and this is something I have believed in. I believe Megan Rapinoe in women's soccer had done a huge documentary on this about getting women fair pay. And I believe Kelsey Plum probably had one of the best explanations for this I'd seen yet, where she said, listen, we're not asking to get paid what LeBron James gets paid. If you look up Kelsey Plum's salary, this woman who is, again, women's NBA, her salary is literally $200,000 a year. That's it. And she's saying, listen, I'm not asking for millions. I know I'm not LeBron, and I know that our sport isn't producing financially what men's NBA is. But what I'm saying is this, we're not getting shared revenue. And I got to tell you, I couldn't have been more dialed into her entire interview than I've been into anything in a while. And she literally said, if my jersey sells at Mandalay Bay here in Vegas, I get 0% of that. In fact, none of the women NBA players get any of that. But if you're a male NBA player, you have a percentage of that, right? She's saying, I'm not asking for the WNBA to cough up money that they're not producing revenue-wise. What I'm saying is this, if you're selling jerseys with my name on it, and if you're selling items with anything to do with me on it, why are we not sharing that revenue the way that you do with men in the NBA, right? So I got to say, after seeing this interview, and I don't know if anybody else has seen it, I'm completely behind Kelsey Plum on this. When it comes to shared revenue, I feel like you're already kind of cheating the female soccer players on the women's U.S. team, and you're already kind of cheating the women in the NBA a little bit on that salary. If you could just share the revenue on their merch, what is that hurting you, right?
No, I agree. I mean, it makes complete sense.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
I mean, it's like a no-brainer.
I think obviously they're thinking more money in our pockets. But how much?
These women aren't getting paid anything. I think in the soccer documentary that I watched about a year and a half ago with Megan Rapinoe kind of directing that whole thing, it was letting people know that these women that play even in professional soccer on the U.S. women's team basically barely made enough to even pay their daycare bill to be able to play professional soccer. Mm-hmm. Like, it was such a sad situation. And the point is that they were actually winning more titles than the men's U.S. team. So it was like, why are these women not even able to afford childcare, right? Like, where are we as a society where our female athletes can't get paid anything, not even enough to take care of the children? Mm-hmm. But they're winning. They're winning more than everybody else, right? I don't know. I know we have a long way to go in female sports. But I'm behind that fight with these women all the way. Like I have been from day one. And to see this again happening, it's like, I can't believe that WNBA players start getting a revenue share of their own merch, right? Like your name is on a jersey. Why are you not getting a percentage of that? I don't get it.
Well, and I don't know if you've heard about this, but I'm pretty sure that they just this year built the first women's soccer stadium ever, like just for the women's team. And it's like, how many stadiums have we built for the men's soccer teams around here? So kudos, it's heading in the right direction. Absolutely. Women are speaking out. It's becoming known and acknowledged. So, stepping in the right direction. So hopefully it will continue that way, but it's crazy to think about. Yeah.
So Megan Rapinoe, Kelsey Plum, we hear you. We're behind you. We'll keep following your story. I'm 100% in it with you. So cheers.
Yes.
Yes. Yay. All right. So another fun thing. Where are we with the NFL? Can we for a minute talk? Can we talk about the Bengals? Because look, it's our team, right? I mean, when you're not on the Bills Mafia, that's our team, right? The Bengals. So can we talk about the last few weeks? I'm just going to say we've had some major players step forward. We've been out some of our major guys like Jamar Chase. We were out Joe Mixon due to concussion, right? But then we had guys like Trent Irwin and one of my personal favorites who was a guest on our podcast, Travion Williams. Last night's game, that kid took off.
Yes, we love it.
That kid took off. That kid was making plays. Trent Irwin the last few weeks has been making plays. And it's like, I believe Joe Burrows gave an interview last week that said these games have been some of his favorite because we were up against the most adversity he had seen as a professional player. And we were still able to carry out tremendous wins with players making some amazing, badass plays. Like I just want to relive these plays. Like just watching yesterday, I was like, come on, this is what we're doing. Yes, let's go.
No, it's fun. It's fun to see them. Yeah. Step up to the plate, it's good. And we're in a good spot right now too. So
I know. It's just beautiful the last few weeks. And from what I hear, this Sunday, when this podcast actually comes out, Jamar Chase is, from what I hear, back on the playing field. So we'll see if he's playing on Sunday. This will be a fun game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of teams are dealing with a lot of injuries right now and situations. My poor Bills, and
she's like, let me just tell you, on Thanksgiving Day, I did go into work with a couple of my DBs, right, on Thanksgiving Day, and we're watching the Bills and the Detroit Lions, and I'm like, somewhere right now, Rachael feels that I'm rooting for Detroit, but
oh really? Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
But to be fair, I was rooting for Detroit because that meant if Detroit beat Bills, that was good for us in terms of the Bengals, right? I'm not against you because the Bills are an amazing team. I think we all know where they're standing right now in the standings, but it was like just to have Coach Dan Campbell, like with his big forehead vein, roll out and say, we might actually beat the Bills. And it was tight. Like we went into overtime on that game. My stomach was pounding. Like
I was like, I'm going back in the kitchen and eating my emotions right now.
I literally thought, where's Rachael at right now? Somewhere she knows that I just said, Coach Dan Campbell, girl. She's watching me.
Yeah,
it's a great game. It was like literally my last DB that was in the office as they were entering overtime. His appointment was over and we both literally stood up like, what's going on? None of us moved. We just sat there watching the TV, waiting for that final kick. Like, oh my gosh, please beat the Bills. Please beat the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not.
Yeah, I was very grateful, although that was an ugly game for me to watch. What also was an ugly game for me to watch were my Buckeyes this weekend. Oh my gosh.
So another one of our former podcast guests, Chris Evans, we know.
No.
Chris,
if you're watching.
Chris was in heaven. Finally, Michigan beat Ohio State. Look, that kid's been waiting for that game. Oh man. And I don't know if the rumors were true. I briefly saw this earlier, and I don't know if it was like one of that, if it was satire that I was reading, but talking about who the possible future UC coach could be. Did you read any of that?
I don't, I think no, I think I saw something else. A couple of coach news, but I don't think it was for UC. Yeah.
It was a name we're not super fond of. It was Ohio State's former coach. Maybe a name we shouldn't speak. But if they, like, Cincinnati's not a fan of that guy either. If they drag that guy into Cincinnati, dude, no one's going to be a fan of that guy. I'm not even going to say his name, but if they bring him into Cincinnati, it's not happening.
You got to say it. You got to say it.
I can't, man. I'm so scared to say it. Let's just say former coach of Ohio State went on to coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
Got busted last season at a Columbus bar when his team was losing.
They're still fans. They're still fans. So,
so when we talk about future episodes, you guys, we have some amazing guests coming up. Some NFL trainers that I've known for a while that have actually trained some of my guys for the combine in the past, and just have some exciting information and even forethought to share going forward. I think we're going to have some more soccer players in the future.
Yes.
And I think Rach and I were just talking about some possible summer plans during the NFL offseason to get Sports and Ish on the road a little bit and seeing some of our favorite people out there on the road.
We're going to make some healthy holiday treats and stuff like that. That would be fun. I'm always down to try different recipes. So we should look some stuff up.
And we should totally look some stuff up. We should do that. Do some baking, get the organic, cleaner wines out, and just have some fun.
Because if we do the family traditions, there's no way that stuff is going to be like not at all.
Oh my gosh. My kids were complaining because for Thanksgiving, I always do like a homemade sugar cream pie. We're talking like old fashioned. We're talking butter, cornstarch, milk, sugar, and vanilla, right?
Oh, yum.
It's my oldest son's favorite dessert ever. Like, he used to actually request this instead of birthday cake, but I'll literally sit over the stove and like stir this thing until it's as thick as pudding, and then I pour it into the pie shell. And he was complaining this year that I only made one instead of two. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I cannot have this garbage in my house.
I know. I'm bad.
Out of my house. Take it out.
If it is in sight, it's gone. Like, I have no self-control. Pumpkin pie is my favorite, by the way.
What?
I love pumpkin pie. I'm not one of those girls that like in the wintertime that has like all her pumpkin spice latte and pumpkin nut. I just like pumpkin pie. I keep it very simple with that.
We had so many memes about pumpkin pie, and the guys and I were joking about this, like some of the best memes we've seen about pumpkin pie, because we don't know anybody that likes it. So we were like, one of the memes that we'd seen about it was like the best way to serve pumpkin pie, and it was like throwing it in the trash. Another one was the best way to
me, bring it to Rachel.
Another one was the best way to eat pumpkin pie, and it was like covered in whipped cream. Because nobody really likes pumpkin pie. Just cover it in whipped cream.
Well, funny thing you say that though. My grandma, when we would go over to her house for Thanksgiving when I was really little, I would douse it in whipped cream. And she literally would tell me, so Rachel, would you like some pumpkin pie with your whipped cream? Every time. But now I like it a lot, so I don't usually have too much of that on there. But
yeah. So I Thanksgiving night, I made 3 different pasta dishes, and then of course I made the sugar cream pie. So we ate and then played some games, and then I ate dessert. And I went to bed around like midnight-ish, and I want to say around 2 a.m, I woke up with like the worst tummy ache of my life.
Oh,
The pain was so bad. I was like, why did I have to eat like this? This is so bad. I will
I
never eat garbage again. I swear, just make the stomach ache go away. I can't eat like this.
I feel like I did the same all weekend. I was like, why do I not feel great? Oh, I don't know. You just ate so much food.
It's the garbage. It's the
Yeah.
garbage. If I just stick with chicken and vegetables and some salads, my stomach is like, yay, rainbows and butterflies. But the moment I start putting in cheeses
I know.
and
know.
heavy meats, my stomach's like, whoa, okay.
I honestly am telling myself now, I'm like, Thanksgiving's over, Christmas is in a couple weeks. Get back to being healthy eating, right? Because I feel gross after I eat bad for like, oh, and it wasn't a day, it was the whole weekend. So I don't know about you, but when I eat like crappy, I can definitely feel it. Like my sleep's off, my energy's off, like the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, get back on it.
It affects my personality too. Like I feel like I'm in a funk, if that makes sense. Even if I'm still working out, still training every single day, I'm in this incredible funk. And it's primarily because I ate things I knew I shouldn't be eating. Like it's a mental game for me. It's a mental game for me. And again, one, 2, or even 3 meals, I can suffice. But when it goes into an entire 3 or 4 day system, I'm like, no, my body is like, why did you do this to me?
I literally was like, oh, cookies? Oh, why not? Like everything. But I mean, that stuff is like once you have it, you start craving it more and more. So I have to like just cut it out. I started today.
It's like getting back on the wagon, right?
No. What's your when after you have like because you have to let yourself indulge, especially like for holidays and stuff like that. So how do you get back on it?
Usually after the stomach ache that I had the other night. Seriously though, if I eat to the point of a stomach ache, that helps me get back on because the stomach ache was so nauseating and so painful. I thought, yeah, I'm never eating garbage again, even though I will. Obviously, I'll be eating garbage again.
Yeah, in a couple weeks for sure.
But the pain was so bad and I was so nauseous for so many hours. I just kept thinking, this is not worth it. It's not worth it. So that helps me get back on track. Like the very next morning, I'm like, okay, egg whites and oatmeal. Hi, you're my friend. We're friends again. What about you? What is your I have to get back on track feeling?
I feel like I just I'll let myself have however many days, a meal, a couple days, whatever, a couple days for holidays. And then I think I have to give myself something to look forward to say, okay, whether it's a vacation or it's Christmas, like that's what I did for Christmas. I was like, okay, Christmas is in a couple weeks. So you had your fun, get back on it, and you can enjoy yourself at Christmas time. And so I get back on drinking a lot of water and not having anything at my place, like where I can indulge in that. But I think the struggle too is like sometimes I'm like, ugh, chicken. I don't feel like eating chicken. So I have to like find different ways of keeping it exciting and like not blah food, which is hard.
It's getting the protein in, right, without making yourself sick, because we know that as athletic type women, again, ladies, if you're listening, I am 45. I am not a crazy athletic person. I just like to work out a lot. But what I'm saying is that especially at my age, you have to have a certain amount of protein, and I cannot. Man, I'm not eating 160 grams of chicken and eggs a day, right? Like there's no flipping way. So I have a favorite protein powder. So like, I think one of my meals today, and I know this is maybe not great, but I had like a half a cup of oatmeal and a scoop of my favorite protein powder because I don't want to eat a bunch of chicken today. I'm not eating chicken. I'm just going to throw the protein powder in my oatmeal and call that a meal, right? As long as I get like 2 servings of veggies in a day, I'm like, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
I'm okay with eating protein powder and oatmeal.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do too, is I'll add more veggies in. So like if I am coming off of a weekend like that, I'm like, I know I'm going to be hungry. I know I'm going to want more food. So just add some more veggies to my meals and my day, or like a snack. And what I like too is I do just like cold cuts, like turkey or chicken or something.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, I want a shake or I don't want a shake. What are like little different things? Yogurt, that, like little snacks. So I don't know.
It all helps. I think too, like, man, I struggle. But actually, one of my clients introduced me to a new app, and I don't know if you've heard of this.
Oh, tell me.
Girl, it's called Yuka, Yuka. And I have been taking this app and scanning everything in my house. You scan shampoos, facial lotions, body washes, all your food, and it basically tells you what's hazardous and what's not in terms of carcinogens, high in sugar, high in whatever. So all the snacks that I'm like, okay, I know this is probably good for me. I'm scanning everything, right? And I was excited to know that all the snacks that I actually do allow myself, like the Nature Goodness fig bars, they score 100%. They're perfectly fine. Like according to Yuka, great snack to have. The dehydrated strawberries, great snack to have. The yogurts I choose, great snack. But I did find out that my body lotion is high in carcinogens, which was scary as all get out. I'm like, okay, we're nixing that body lotion. So Yuka, Yuka, find out exactly what is in everything that you're putting on your body, your skin, and like what you're ingesting, right? Like, what are you putting in your mouth? What your mouthwash, your toothpaste, right? I'm talking everything. And
it's rated out of 100. So that's interesting.
I literally was going through everything in my house. I'm talking mouthwash, toothpaste, everything I put in my mouth, on my skin, everything I eat is now getting scanned by Yuka. And I'm like, where are we with this? Now, to be fair, going back into the Yuka app, you might scan something that shows like hazardous, right? The dark red. Yeah. But if you open that up, hazardous may not be that bad. It might just be, has been known to cause some allergens. Okay, whatever. As long as I don't see anything that causes cancer, has carcinogens, too high in sugar, whatever, I'm good, right?
Yeah.
So Yuka, my new favorite app, Yuka.
I'm curious. I'll have to do more research on this too. Like, who is behind what's good and what's bad? I feel like I struggle with food because it's like 1 minute this is cancerous and the next minute it's not. And you're like,
right.
What should I do?
I think with Yuka, though, they break it down in terms of what the ingredients say it is and what it actually is, which is what I really like, right? Mm-hmm. So it might go under one name, which you assume seems harmless, but then Yuka tells you what that name actually means in terms of ingredients. And ingredients is this carcinogen or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry for the strobe lights on my TV. That's actually the Celtics game playing in the background. Of course the Celtics are playing, but speaking of, I just have to say the Celtics are number 1 in standings across the entire board. Yup.
Misty's a happy girl over there.
I'm knocking on wood because they're over the Bucks. They're over everybody. Cavaliers. And of course the Lakers are still sunk at the bottom. Can we talk about what's going on with LA? The Rams, Lakers, both at the bottom. Mm-hmm. Like, listen, LA, I'm sorry you're having a bad year. Not really.
They've had their fun. Someone else's turn.
They did. It's time for somebody else to have a run. But anyways, sorry, that was totally way off topic. But back to Yuka. Okay. I love knowing actually what I'm putting on my skin now. Even like my primers, right? For my eyeshadow, any makeup, I've literally scanned everything I'm putting on my skin, face, and everything I'm eating now. And I like the Yuka app. I really like it.
It says Diet Coke is not good. So that's...
No. I think we knew that.
Damn it. Okay. I was hopeful there.
that doesn't mean I'm not still having one once a day.
I know. I am have been pretty good with all the dieting stuff. That is my one guilty pleasure. I feel like
Diet Coke.
Yeah. Diet Coke. Okay, I'm a big root beer girl, and they have like a 0 sugar root beer that I
Yes,
have.
they do. It is good though. It's good.
It's so good. I get made fun of all the time. It's fine.
Let me now recommend another snack to you. And I know that you've seen me eat the Halo Top ice cream.
Yes.
But taking the sugar-free root beer and adding a scoop of vanilla Halo Top ice cream to the top of it. Oh my gosh. You literally feel like you're having a seriously like evil snack, and it is so not evil.
Game changer. Game changer right there.
Halo Top with some sugar-free root beer. I'm like, ooh. I feel like I'm 5 again. This is amazing.
That might be my little snack this weekend after the game. I might have to.
I want to say the whole pint of Halo Top, I want to say is like 280 calories. So I'm just talking a scoop, and the scoop's probably like 60 calories.
Oh, girl, I'm going to eat the whole pint with all the
if it's post-game, it's 280 calories, right? I've been known to take the whole pint and soften it up a little bit in the microwave and put some like just maybe a tablespoon of mini chocolate chips in it. And I'm like, even with 1 tablespoon of mini chocolate chips, you're talking like 350 calories total for the entire pint. I'm like, I am in heaven. Give me Halo Top every day.
I know. If you look at all the other ice creams, you're like, they don't compare with all the calories and stuff like that. I always take mine and set mine out. I haven't put it in the microwave, but I'll just let it sit out. And
it's
get it real soft. Yes. Yeah.
It's so good.
So that's I did not do that in the beginning. And I was like, this kind of tastes like it's really hard to like scoop out. Yeah. So that's the trick. Yeah. Let it soften a little bit.
When I was competing, so many people that followed me when I was competing saw me always posting about Halo Top, and then they were like, I'm buying Halo Top.
Yeah, it's so good.
But it's so good. I mean, again, if you're craving ice cream and there's no dairy in it, like it's good. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I'm a fan too. So one thing that we have to do is we have to watch, I think I mentioned this to you, the Cristiano Ronaldo and Morgan Pierce interview. It's about an hour and a half long, and it literally talks about, so he started at Manchester United, his career, when he was like 17 or whatever. And it talks about that. It talks about just he's like giving it to you like unfiltered, and it's so awesome. So what were you going to say?
Maybe we should post a link to that interview.
Yeah. It's so awesome just to like hear from his perspective. He talked about his kids, the clubs, what he's going through now. And I think a lot of people came together when he lost his son recently at birth. Yeah. And so he actually talks a little bit about that too, and going through that struggle with his girlfriend and all of that. So it's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Send me the link to that, and then we should post that too. I think that's a great story to watch and listen to for sure. Love it.
Cool.
All right.
Close us out, girly.
Yeah, close us out. All right. You guys, thank you for being with us for yet another week of Sports and Ish. Rachael, Leigh, and I have had so much fun. And as the holidays approach, look out, because the NFC, AFC, the World Cup, everything's getting that much more exciting, as well as the Celtics. Hello. Anyways, we are on all podcast platforms. We are also on YouTube at Sports and Ish. And you guys, we still need for you to rate, review us. Seriously, tell us what you think. It won't hurt. We can take it. Give us everything, good and bad. And on YouTube, you can thumbs up us, give us comments. We'll comment back, but we just really, really need your feedback. Until then, we'll see you guys soon. Have a great week.